What's up, guys? Back in today with another reaction to Natsume Yuujinchou, this time with Season 4 Shi, Episode 5. Looking forward to this one. I really enjoyed this season so far. The last couple of episodes especially have been really good. One before last with a little Karibo guy, a little verbal, and then last episode with us having a bit of a focus on a romance where a yokai kind of ended up taking the place of the guy that got married off in an arranged marriage. I'm pretty sure it was like a political kind of marriage thing. Which ended up being quite sad. But yeah, looking forward to today. It looks like we've got another look at Natsume's recent-ish past. I imagine this is going to be taking place just after he got taken in by the current guardians that we know and love. I imagine it kind of shows him being like the transfer student, so should be again should be an absolute banger. Let me know what you guys think about this episode though down in the comment section. Make sure to leave a like on the video if you guys do like, and subscribe to the channel if you do want to keep up to date. And I did mention in the last episode reaction, the preview looked awesome, so I'm hoping for a really, really awesome episode today. I always love to look back at Natsume's past. Ooh, I've been outside for like an hour, so I'm super cold. What's the paper for? Oh, was she praying? Was she praying to get the numbers changed? The grade changed. Holy shit. Do you know what? She done really well to not fall down. That fucking him over there, Natori, on that poster, for fuck's sake. Ah, dear. Yeah, I mean, obviously a yokai intervened in that. She did just fly away. I don't know what that is. I've seen so many of these kind of roads in like Japanese media where they're kind of like mountainous roads like this. I've seen so many times, strangely, people getting run over by. Well, it's strange enough people getting. Well, it's not strange because it probably happens every day, but strange enough people getting run over by trucks, specifically on this type of road. Is that like a common occurrence in Japan? Because I've seen way too many for it to be just a kind of anomaly. This like exact van running or potentially running people over on roads specifically looking like this. Again, it's way too much of a common occurrence that I've seen to be just random. So I imagine this is something that maybe happens often in Japan. Maybe it's a trope or a kind of cliche of a very famous thing in Japan. I don't really know, but as I said, it was quite obvious a yokai kind of pushed her out of the way there. But even before that, she done really well not to fall over. That could have killed her herself. Oh, it's a kappa. Well, she thinks she got a curse for bad grades. I thought she went there just to get her grades changed. I mean, evidently not, because it hasn't happened thus far. To you from bygone days. Oh, there's some guy there now. Oh, it's Natsume. Having a nap. Interesting this though, we're having I think this might be one of the first episodes from a different perspective than Natsume's. Jesus, bro. Just boot with a woman nowadays, are we? Yeah. What was that? Did you think she was a yokai or something? Kicked me. Okay, so this is before he moved in with his current ones. Okay. Isn't that just rude? Parents can be like this though, can't they? Just looking out for a daughter's best interest, but even me as a kid, I found it weird when my parents or our parents would be talking about other students like this. Like, do you know them? Do you really know them? You're just passing on what you heard from somebody else. I like it like that. Although it does look a little. Damn. Yeah, it does look a little bit rugged like this, slightly more than usual. But that's just sad, isn't it? I mean, I cut my own hair nowadays, but that's just sad, isn't it? I do it myself more nowadays because I know what I want. So whenever I go to the barber or something, never what I ask for. Like never. That is some weird behaviour from the outside looking in, isn't it? I was literally like playing with imaginary friends at like 15. I do like we're getting this different perspective of things though. Understandable. I mean, if he couldn't, that would be maybe considered like offensive or whatever. I would maybe worried about him. Ugh, I can't speak. Maybe worried about him freaking out about her asking that or something. Crazy. Like I said, I mean, yeah, she's looking out for her best interest, but like as we, it's like it's annoying for us, isn't it? Because we know how lovely he is. We know what kind of person Natsume is. I mean, surely with something like this, it's quite easy to understand. Is it not quite easy to understand that the fucking glass is on the inside of the door in the dorm? If he'd done it, it would the glass would be on the other side. Like, come on, guys. I mean, that's the thing. Humans will always rather give an explanation of something that's viable, even though it's definitely not correct in this case. Like, the obvious thing is that the glass is here, but the alternative to that truth is the truth that something otherworldly exists and yokai exist, and it's like they're so unwilling to believe in the stuff unseen and ridiculous stuff, that they'd accept a very flawed proposal of something that is very believable. So if any of the guys actually kind of thought for a second, it's like, oh, how does he break them if the glass is on the inside? And there's other ways to tell that it's been smashed from the outside as well. Not that I can name them off the top of my head. I've watched way too many like horror detective kind of movies to well, obviously not enough to explain off the top of my head, but yeah, I've watched enough to know that there is ways of telling about that kind of stuff. And unfortunately here, like I said, it's just the case of one ridiculous truth versus one truth that they probably know is not true, but they have to believe. Exactly. So yeah, I think it goes without saying. I quite like her character a lot already. One of the very few kids like this who actually care. Yeah, she seems like a lovely person. But he does eventually. And his little cat. Again, I don't think it's. It might have been something like that, but I think she was just genuinely being a nice human being. So that gets miscalculated by the, oh, it's the imposter. It's the imposter. Nyanko said so. Yeah, that gets mistaken for love, just being a nice person. Bit ridiculous, isn't it? Suneko. That's cute. Ring bugs. So there is the cling bug. Like, what the fuck are you meant to do with this? How are you not meant to look crazy? And like, from the other people's perspective, how are you not meant to? How are you not meant to decide that this is a little bit of a crazy guy? Like, yeah, you don't have to be like mean to him and such, but like, it's with anything that kind of stands out, especially in like a school environment. It's like, how are you meant to not kind of just treat this guy differently just because he's like this? Like, this is a very uncommon thing. Like, again, as much as I'd like to say I'd be a nice person, and I'd hope I would be a nice person, that's me and such, I would also say that yes, it would affect me, the fact that if I'm just randomly talking to him and just goes off in a frenzy like that, I'd be like, what the hell? That's dangerous. I think it's probably, especially in Japan, that actually stands out quite a bit more as well. Like, I was actually friends with people like that maybe were a little bit crazy, but they were like good people. But in Japan, it's all very kind of low down, kind of suppress your, yeah, just the societal kind of aspect in Japan is a bit more extreme, isn't it? So stuff like this really, really stands out. But yeah, again, I'd hope I'd be like this girl in the situation. I would think I would be. Again, I'd hope I would be, but you can't ever really say, especially like when I was a teenager. Um, yeah, it's just, you got to understand that all these people are seemingly kind of like treating him bad and such. I wouldn't say they're treating him bad, but they're kind of dismissing him in a sense. They have kind of good reason to do so, so I don't really hold it against them. Just like with that girl's parent, like, yes, I get that she's trying to help her daughter and look after her daughter, like, totally understandable. Doesn't mean I don't feel bad about it still. Oh crap. Oof. Damn, it's quick. Why has he got like a tennis ball in his mouth? To just get lodged in there by accident. And those yokai love that kind of stuff, don't they? 30 days of fucking, yeah. Had a few of those, haven't we? So I think we just saw a glimpse of the girls there watching him while he was yeah, doing playing with his imaginary friends, come from their perspective. And this is when he had a nap. Okay. Okay. Again, I like the perspectives we're getting this episode. Seeing it from her point of view and then Natsume's. And he did see something behind her. Still doesn't excuse kicking her, to be fair. Like, why did he kick her? The monster's behind her. So that was actually the scene I was talking about. My bad. He doesn't seem serious, does he? I feel like he probably could have just killed him. He's laughing the whole time. This random boy hugged me. Is that something to cry about? I mean, he's a kid, to be fair, so. Damn. Quite the job, isn't it? It's pretty awesome, actually. Well, it's kind of sad, honestly, that she's not gonna. We might not ever see this girl again. She's really nice. It was. Even the guy on your walk became friends with him. So what was it that say? Oh, it was the. Oh, I see. It was the yokai that stopped the tragedies. Okay, this guy. I see. I see. Hmm. I hope it does. And there's obviously a very similar thing going on to that yokai and Natsume, isn't there? Again, hopefully we might see her again because she was lovely. That's a lovely girl. Ogata. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Again, really awesome episode. Loved the, again, very different type of episode, wasn't it? I don't think we've ever had an episode where it was from someone else's perspective for as long as it was here. And then seeing the whole situation again. I really like stuff like that. Like, you see it quite often in like time travel movies and stuff. And movies of that kind of similar sci-fi nature. But it was really awesome to see here. Getting especially the first stuff, I think, getting again a good perspective of just like a normal teenager's reaction to Natsume and the situations he gets himself in and so on. But I say normal again, she was an outlier in terms of how nice she was. Well, I also wonder, was that disaster avoiding yokai also like? I mean, he obviously had fun chasing Natsume, but was he actually like saving Natsume from some kind of disaster by chasing him? Like, I don't really know. I could list a few points of why it could be, but I'm not really sure. So yeah, but let's see what we got next time. Oh crap! So we've got an imposter Natsume. He's look at him. He looks like Motoba. He's got like the same expressions and like eyes, especially that Motoba usually has. So Natsume's trapped in a. It kind of reminds me of Oops, My Parents Shrunk Me. Or I can't remember the exact title, but yeah, it kind of reminds me of that. Yeah, look at him. He's even getting close with. I forget this girl's name, but she's always in the dark. We're always trying to avoid her and get out of her way. So this is weird, and that was the first tell of something wrong's going on here. But yeah, look at this. He's got like kind of nasty-ish eyes, kind of again Motoba kind of esque kind of expressions. Oni Bashira. So Oni usually means like demon. Don't really know what Bashira means, to be honest. Interesting. Okay. Next episode looks like it's going to be really fun. But yeah, again, thank you guys for watching. Like I said, really awesome perspectives from today's episode. It was quite simple in terms of the story, but again, I think it was really quite effective. Again, showing us a bit more of Natsume's past, which I always love to see. So, yeah, great episode. Do let me know what you guys think about this one down in the comment section. Make sure to leave a like on the video if you guys did enjoy it, and subscribe to the channel if you do want to keep up to date. And I'll see you guys next time with episode 6.